What's up, guys? Hope you guys are having a good day. We're back in the shop today working on the Is300. I'm just letting the old girl cool down real quick. I'm not trying to pull a Fast and Furious flex with my hood up like that, you know. Gotta let her cool down before we work on her. We're probably gonna be going to the mountains this weekend, me and a couple buddies, Christian with his S2000 and Patrick with his EcoBoost. There's a couple things I wanted to kind of do a little mountain prep before I go and push my car hard. I wanted to do a little bolt check, as well as some things that need to be cleaned. I feel like my mass airflow sensor is really due for a cleaning. I think there's some gunk in my intake manifold that I should have cleaned last time I was in there, but I didn't. I'm gonna take that off, clean that, probably clean the air filter, go over the whole car, maybe do a little bit more to the, shoot, where's it at? The JZ. I got all these pieces painted, if you saw in the last video. They came out really good with just some of this high heat Rust-Oleum paint here to make them look like fresh silver. So I got all my gaskets in, might throw those on the 1J hopefully. I don't know if we'll get time to do that today or not, but yeah, we're gonna get to it and just kind of random stuff in the shop, so let's get to it. Just realized I'm pretty sure I said gunk in my intake manifold. I meant throttle body, so just forget I said intake manifold. Now that I got this cover off, I guess the first things first, since it's still a little bit hot, we're gonna go ahead and tackle this mass airflow sensor. I think that's gonna be probably the main thing that is gonna make this car feel a lot better. It's starting to get a little bit sluggish, which I hope is this mass airflow sensor. I changed my spark plugs not too long ago, thinking that it was probably that, but I wasn't thinking, and I don't know why I didn't think about the mass airflow sensor. I believe it's safe to say that the mass airflow sensor might be a little dirty. Clean that air filter, get this mass airflow sensor clean, probably gain 20-30 horsepower if we're lucky. You know, I got a couple stickers, throw those on the engine bay somewhere. You know, red paint on the calipers, 50 horsepower probably, so this thing's gonna rip in the mountains, I'll tell you that right now. Only use mass airflow sensor cleaner. You don't wanna use anything else on this thing. You've probably seen this in plenty of other videos. This is not really a how-to, so I'm telling you stuff you don't even need to know, but maybe you did. I think this can is a little bit old, doesn't wanna come out quite as good as it, you know, it should, if you know what I'm saying, so hopefully this actually works. So I was able to just not be lazy and get this throttle body off, and it's not quite as dirty as I remember it. Let's see, looking at it from this angle, it's got a little bit of crap in it, but after doing my 1J, this is not that bad, so I'm pretty happy. But at the same time, I'm like, well, I took it all off, and I was kind of not hoping it would be dirtier. That sounds weird, to hope that your car would have more gunk in it, but you know what I'm saying, like I took it all off and it's like not that dirty, so whatever. So I got this throttle body pretty cleaned up. Hopefully that makes somewhat of a difference, just makes it run better just in general. I got everything back on the engine now. You have to take this coolant hose off right here to get this throttle body off, so I'm gonna go ahead and go grab a funnel and bleed the air out of this coolant now, which even if it didn't get that much in it, it's like not a bad idea if you're gonna go to the mountains anyway, just to make sure that like there's no air in the system, you don't get it too hot, which this car never really has an issue with that, because you know it's a stock 2J GE and it's got an aftermarket radiator and all that stuff, so it doesn't really get hot. But you know, better safe than sorry, so we're gonna go ahead and do it. Plus you need to, because I took the coolant hose off, so yeah. Just having that mass airflow sensor clean, even the little bit that I could get with this crappy bottle of cleaner not working, it already seems to like run and sound different even on startup, so that's really good, like in a good way. And if I'm talking really loud, like when I don't need to, it's because my car's on and I feel like you won't be able to hear me, but it'd be really funny if I just sound super loud, so I won't know till I edit this. I don't have any air filter cleaner, unfortunately, so I think I'm just gonna wash this thing with water from the inside out. Probably wind up going to the store and get some more mass airflow sensor cleaner and some air filter cleaner, and then just clean it both again, probably tomorrow. But for right now, I at least want to run a little bit of water through the air filter, even though I don't have, you know, the cleaner for it. I still want it, after doing all that, I want it to be as clean as it can be with, you know, my resources I have right now. So I just popped this air filter off, and I didn't realize just how dirty some of this thing was. Like, this is probably the dirtiest part of it right here. You can just see all the crap. And even big stuff, but let alone small pieces of dirt and everything else you pick up from the road. So that fresh bottle seemed to help out a lot. You can see we got good shiny wires on both sides of this thing. So yeah, that should make a big difference. I always love seeing this thing up in the air. It just makes it look so race car, you know what I mean? Just having a car up in the air in general just makes it look cool. Alright, so it's time to go over this thing and just kind of check some of the suspension bolts. I know these tires are a little bit low on air, which is obviously a small thing, but put some more air in those. And go around and just check if anything's loose, which it shouldn't be, but that's why you check stuff. So I'm going to go around it. If I find anything, I'll let you guys know. Also, I'm pretty sure I have an exhaust leak somewhere. You can tell I've hit something right here, low carb problems. It's not like a bad exhaust leak, and when I've had exhaust leaks before, it's normally from this Megan Racing Y-pipe not wanting to perfectly mate up to the factory headers. You can see where there's a little bit of black stuff here. So for any of you guys that own IS300s and you're thinking about getting one of these Megan Racing Y-pipes, they're cool. I love them. They're catless, and you know, I really like how it sounds and everything, but just be aware that they don't always have the best fitment with the factory header. And the reason that's an issue, not only for the exhaust leak, but because there's this O2 sensor right here, and it's the secondary O2 sensor. So there's the first, actually there's two of them, I believe, up on the header. I don't think there's just one. I'm pretty sure there's two on each side of the headers. Let me double check that. Let's see. Yeah, there's two other O2 sensors that are up on the header, which are like your first O2 sensor. And then when the second one doesn't see the right amount of air because it's leaking right in front of it, it throws a check engine light, which is a pain in the ass. And then, you know, it throws a check engine light. So, which I know some of you guys are like fine with riding around with a check engine light. Like people with, you know, aftermarket exhaust do that. I'm not gonna say all the time, but more frequently than you would think. So, might not bother you, but I pretty sure how I fixed it was, I've gone through a couple ways of trying to fix it, so I don't remember. I'm pretty sure I put the two OEM gaskets inside the little ring. So if you have this Y-pipe, that's what you do, I'm pretty sure. I can double check this. If anybody in the comments wants to know, just let me know and I'll try to figure out what I did. But just a little bit of heads up for any of you IS300 people out there. So I got the mass airflow sensor perfectly cleaned, air in the tires, bolt check to the extent that I could with the time that I have right now. A little bit of a hurry, that's why I haven't filmed too much stuff. But I think that's gonna do it for this video. If you like the video, make sure you go hit that big like button down below. If you wanna see more, hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out.